Game over, man. Game over.
It's finally over. We're now reviewing the last episode of Alien Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Let's fucking go!
All this time, we've been afraid of them, but I think they should be afraid of us.
Stay here, man. We'll be back soon.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
Isaac died.
Now we rule.
Okay, what do you mean?
Yeah, I forgot the 2 hour.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Oh, you gotta make me feel bad.
Morons. They're all morons.
That show's for retards.
Okay. I feel like before we get into the specifics of this episode,
Yeah, some things to address.
there's just a couple of things to address. Early on, we were very charitable towards
Yeah,
this
the
show.
first few episodes, we were giving the show the benefit of the doubt.
We can see the shitty cracks in there,
Yeah.
but we were just kind of like, oh, we saw the potential.
We saw the potential. It's got time to get better.
And then, of course, by the end of episode 3, rolling into episode 4, this show just takes an absolute
went off a
nosedive.
cliff.
And each episode subsequently got worse than the last,
Hmm.
which was an impressive feat all on its own. But that being said, in the beginning, we were saying that we'd rather watch this show than Romulus.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
That was a fucking big mistake.
Big mistake.
Now that we have the benefit of hindsight,
Yes.
we can confidently say that we'd much rather watch Romulus again than this show.
This pains me to say, but I would rather take the black goo over this fucking bullshit that we got in this show. And the black goo is trash, man.
You went there.
Yeah, I did.
mean, unfortunately, yeah, Romulus was just a better time.
It's really sad. It's pathetic.
This is supposed to be the last episode of this season because they're expecting to
season,
Yes. So
yeah.
we have a season finale, not a series finale. We
Yeah,
have a season
they haven't
finale.
said it's a series finale yet,
Right,
but
especially within the first 20 minutes of this episode, there is zero urgency. There is zero build to anything.
there's a
not
whole
like,
lot of nothing going on.
Yeah, there's not really like a goal of this episode. It's just sort of all over the fucking place.
Yes.
And you're watching it and you're like, this is the last episode?
Yeah, we open on poor Arthur, washed up on the beach. You think, well, okay, we're seeing this for no reason, but no, we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back because they're showing him for a reason. And we just move into the jungle where we get a little montage of our Xeno running around just killing whoever's left on this island. And Dame Sylvia is just wandering around, visiting some graves like nothing's fucking going on.
Like there's no lockdown.
Like there's no lockdown, there's no lab breach. Like, does nobody know what's happening on this island?
There's no way she doesn't know that the alien is out there.
Right.
This
She's
is
definitely
stupid.
part of this inner circle. Like, she knows shit's going on. I mean,
Right.
she should anyway. But to kind of address that, we get a little voiceover from Adam talking about how
God.
comms are down on the island and our satellites are jammed by Utani. And basically, everything has failed.
Yeah, so
Because
they
no
needed-
precautions have been taken.
They need an excuse, so they just cannot communicate with the outside world. First of all, the excuse that they give us is bullshit. But second of all, they never planned for this contingency.
No, never,
ever.
nothing.
This was never like a thought in their mind. They never saw like a back door in their security system where this can happen.
Stupid.
We're constantly being told that Boy Cavalier is the biggest fucking genius
Smartest man in the world.
ever to live.
Yeah, yet he has not done a single smart thing in this entire show. And I'm thinking, well, here we go. This is the final episode. We're gonna get Boy finally living up to his moniker.
We're gonna see him being the puppet master, pulling the strings
Yep.
this whole time.
Because all we ever get with Boy is, well, he did this really smart thing before the show started. He did this when he was young. He did that when he was young. He created these hybrids before the show started. Every single thing he's done that has supposedly been smart has been before the show started. He's done nothing.
Zero display
Zero.
of
And this
intelligence.
episode hammers that home like no other.
He is the dumbest fucking character in this episode.
Yeah,
He makes just rookie, stupid mistakes.
Yeah, but before we get into Boy's shortcomings, Dame is visiting the graves of the children. It must have been her and Arthur that went and buried these kids.
I guess. We actually had someone comment that at one point.
Yeah.
Saying, oh, you guys are stupid because you don't know that Dame Sylvia and Arthur are the ones that buried them. And it's like, we didn't say that
Yeah,
they
we just
did
said,
or
like,
didn't.
why wouldn't they just cremate the bodies, or why wouldn't Boy just handle this? This is a
And
ruthless company.
Regardless, even if they did, and this is what I said in the response, it doesn't matter.
Whatever, it just alleviates their conscience a little bit. Fuck, who cares?
Well, kind of, but at the same time, it's almost like them just consciously admitting that they in fact did kill these kids.
Yeah, okay. This is a whole other thing that I think we'll need to discuss in another video about whether or not these kids were actually just copied over into these bodies and they died, versus their consciousness was actually transferred over versus a copying thing. Because
Right.
if it was just copied over and these kids are actually dead, it invalidates the entire experiment.
Yeah, like when they were first doing the sequence where they were transferring the consciousness of the kids into the hybrids, could they still wake up the human version of them? You know, and like there was like
Right,
two
if it
of
was
them
a
now?
copy, right, yeah.
So if they could do that, then yeah, you're right, it's a copy. But if like suddenly they become lifeless after that, then okay, that would make the case that you can say that they just lived on in this new body.
Right, and that shit is addressed in a few moments in the show, and then it's just never touched on again.
They kind of want you to think that it's this lingering theme. That's why they have this
Of course,
gravesite
right.
scene, you know?
Right. So,
but it's weak as fuck.
Yeah, and it's a whole other conversation. But Dame, of course, because there's a fucking Xeno running around, comes face to face with one. And good thing our soldiers are there at that moment to, I guess, shoot it
With a rubber bullet?
With a rubber bullet, and it took the bullet and then ran away instead of doing what it's done this entire series, just turn around and kill every soldier.
Yeah, and it didn't
Okay.
just kill her. Oh,
Right.
Okay.
So they're like, oh, it's not safe out here. We got to get you back. So they bring her back. They put her in their room. They're like, you're fine. Just stay here. We have to go find Boy and secure him. What do you mean? You don't know where he is? He's in his fucking office with his sheep, with the same place he's been the whole time.
Well,
What do you mean
yeah.
go secure him? He's got a soldier with him.
Why is everyone just allowed to kind of just walk around in their own quarters right now when there's like this fucking crazy bio lockdowns? There should
Yeah.
be some area that they herd everyone to that they have to stay in, so everyone stays.
So everyone's safe. But
Yes.
apparently, like, this thing just breaks out. It starts killing people, and the immediate response is not, shit, get everybody on this island to a safe location.
This is so fucking stupid.
And then during all this fucking mess, security's like going through looking for the alien inside the facility, and they find it. And as soon as they find it, they just like stand there like a bunch of assholes and they don't do anything. Once you fucking see it, start shooting.
Yeah, it's like in that hallway silhouetted.
Yes!
And they're
they're
like,
just looking at it.
"Oh,
And then it
what?"
fucking just, of course, just rips through all of them when they had to jump on it. It's so fucking dumb.
And then, you know, you get the soldiers go into that little area where Boy gets captured later. And guess who's there? The only person who does not know they're in the middle of a lockdown. Our mold scrubber. He's just still scrubbing that wall.
That guy
He
is put in there
dedicated.
because that's Noah Hawley going like, yeah, fuck you guys.
Yeah, seriously.
That's what it is. That's the only reason why he's there.
We move now to Wendy and the rest of the hybrids. They're all locked up in their little cage.
When they're in the cell, they're all talking and they bring up Isaac. And then Slightly says, his name is Steve. And his mother called him Steve-O. Whoa, you guys fucking dead naming here? Using their birth name right there? I mean, I thought you guys have transitioned into something else and you guys have new names.
Jerk off.
And Joe and Morrow are locked up in a separate cage.
Why they put Joe and Morrow together, I don't know. That's fucking weird.
I guess they only had a few prison cells.
I guess so.
And it is mentioned explicitly that these cages will not hold the hybrids for long.
Yeah.
As soon as they decide they want to escape, they can. This information is made available to Boy.
Right.
Boy should know this. Boy has seen them do everything they've done up to this point. He's literally seen through their
He
eyes.
knows what they're capable
He knows,
of.
especially Wendy. He
Yes.
knows what she's capable of with her little... and being able to touch screens
Yeah.
and control shit that's nowhere near her, like things he never programmed her to do.
Yes.
He's the one that built her, yet he's shocked when she can do things that are completely outside of her programming.
You think that when he shows up to the cell where all the hybrids are at, that he's got some sort of plan.
You think he's got something going
But
on.
it's like, oh, cool. Now we're going to see how he's got like the fucking ultimate kill switch on each of them. If they fuck with him, he could just press a button
Yep.
and like they just fucking die.
Pulls out his little remote. Who's going down first? Ah, it's me. Boop, and Smee drops.
And why they
Whoa.
don't have that fail safe is fucking beyond me. And
Yeah.
I know that like the detractors are going to say, oh, Arthur disabled all of that. Turn it back on.
This was another thing that popped up in the comments
I
in the
know.
last one when Kirsch is like, it appears their trackers are turned off. So turn them back on.
Yes.
Oh, but Arthur turned them, he disabled them and he locked them out. Are you telling me Arthur has higher clearance than Kirsch? Especially as a synth. He
Yes.
should be able to override any fucking bullshit Arthur did. Literally anything. That's so stupid.
They would not make a system where you can lock other people out of.
Especially the guy who was fired.
Yes.
Whose clearance should have been revoked the
As
second
soon
he
as
was fired.
Right.
It is funny that we do get some of the r/LV427 crowd in our fucking comments sometimes.
I'm retarded?
Anyway, back to Boy and just taking zero precautions with these hybrids. He knows that Wendy can manipulate things through screens.
He knows that they can pull his fucking arms out of his sockets if they wanted to.
Yet, surrounding their cage are a bunch of monitors. And you see Wendy kind of lock into one of those monitors, and I guess she doesn't even need to touch it anymore.
She no longer
now
needs-
she's just doing it
Dude,
through Wi-Fi, I guess.
She becomes full-on fucking Neo.
She
in
is
this
Neo
episode.
now.
She just reaches out her hand. Like,
Oh, but
like-
she's not the one,
she's
because
like-
we had that conversation
She's
back.
like, no.
No.
Earlier on, like people were shitting on us because we were basically saying that
She was the one.
They were kind of building her
Yeah,
up to
maybe
being
not
the
in
one.
the same sense.
Yes.
But in this context,
Yeah.
yeah, she's kind of feeling like the one right now. The fucking Xeno Whisperer, she's got a pet Xeno running around, and she could just literally fucking Jedi her way out of any situation.
She can absolutely do anything.
Yes. Once she realizes that she had the power within her the whole time, she is unstoppable. There is nothing that she comes up against in this episode that she does just not instantly take care of. What we thought was going to be an amazing display of his intellect, and instead he just tells a pointless story about how he got these scars.
My daddy was a
Drinker. And a fiend.
Fucking Joker.
He's got the
origin
Joker
story.
backstory.
Yeah.
And okay, yeah, it's a little insight into why he's such a ruthless person, but it has nothing to do with the situation at hand. Wendy's literally like, "Are you done with your stupid story?"
That's kind of how I felt in that moment too.
And I knew as soon as he walked in, he was just going to tell some retarded story that had nothing to do with anything.
And that's exactly what
It's
happened.
exactly what happened. Instead of him doing something clever, like you had mentioned, with Curly.
First of all, the whole Curly storyline, that whole angle where they set up in a few episodes back where she's like wanting to be his favorite, and you think that there's going to be this sort of like back and forth between her and Wendy.
Yeah.
In terms of
some
like,
manipulation.
yeah, exactly. They go nowhere with that. That subplot is completely abandoned. It would have been nice if they progressed with that, because in this scene, perhaps Boy could have manipulated her.
Right.
So now he has a hybrid on his
Yeah,
side.
the whole time in that scene leading up to that, she's like, well, I'm his favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm his favorite.
And why does she think that?
Right, he never said that.
Yeah, in fact, he point blank says, well, you're not right now.
Yeah.
You might be in the
You
future.
might be later.
But you're not right now. The next episode, you see her trying to like impress him, and he even calls her out and says, don't fucking try to impress me, basically.
Yeah.
And that right there is the last we ever hear about that. Like, it,
Yeah.
it was done after that.
They didn't even need to really show it if he wanted to keep it a secret.
Yeah,
he could have
yeah.
said something and she could have got up and turned on them.
Exactly.
And now
Right.
Wendy's got like a one-to-one match.
there's like an adversary right
An
there,
adversary.
yeah.
Maybe not one-to-one, but still somebody worthy of taking her on.
Well, it would have also just shown that Boy had the foresight to see that this was going to happen.
Right.
He had the intelligence to play 4D chess, but the guy is a complete fucking idiot.
He goes down there with no
He goes
plan.
down there with no plan, with one guard who's got like a fucking handgun.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Fucking Nibs beats to death in 2 seconds.
Yeah, fucking psycho Nibs.
Fucking psycho Nibs.
She goes ape shit on him.
They let her off the leash.
After that, Boy just acts surprised at what's going on, what's transpiring in front of him. Holy
God.
shit, I didn't see this happening. Why could we see this fucking happening? We gave him the benefit of the doubt like he was gonna have a plan, but it's like, bro, if you have no plan, what do you think's gonna fucking happen?
Yeah.
This is so
So
stupid.
she just like snaps her fingers and the door to the jail cell just opens up like, okay, Neo. And then Boy runs. He's on the run now. And while this is happening...
He runs away like fucking Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
Yeah. He runs off.
And then we cut to Wendy letting Joe and Morrow out of their cell.
Right, so they go off and Morrow's like, I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down, because he hasn't had a chance to do anything this episode. And Joe's like, well, I'm gonna go find the kids. And that's when Adam finds him. And he's like, oh, you should come with me. We've made a huge mistake. You and your sister can totally go, and you can keep that lung for
It's
free.
so
And the fact
obvious.
that Joe is like, oh.
Joe's entertaining this.
Oh.
It's so obvious that Adam is full of shit in this scene, but
Yeah.
also, fuck that. I got shit to do right now.
Yeah, we got shit to do. And Adam's like, well, just come on, let's go take a
And
walk.
Joe's like,
okay, I'll follow you. I get here. So Joe follows him, leads him into Boy's room, where the door to the sheep cage is open, and he turns around, he sees the sheep, the eyeball thing starts coming out, and my first thought was, jump inside that fucking cage and pull the door shut. And I was shocked. That was the first thing Joe did.
I'm shocked.
He jumped inside the cage.
yeah.
He jumped inside the cage and pulled the door shut, and the eyeball tried to get in.
That intelligent thought
And
is
that-
completely
It's
negated.
invalidated 2 seconds later when it comes around to the feeding area.
Yeah, the feeding hatch, and
and it
gets
just
in that way.
opens up instead of Joe putting his foot up
Yeah,
and closing
going-
it.
yeah.
He's like, oh, and exits the cage.
And then when he exits the cage, he doesn't shut the fucking door.
Yeah. He leaves the door open. It comes out and it jumps up. and in the worst
this is so stupid.
human CGI interaction, this thing's on top of him, trying to grab him, and he's like,
I can just imagine the director, like, Joe, a little bit more energy, okay?
just-
and he's just like,
more intensity, please.
Is this good?
how's this?
Is this good? And the director, like, after fucking 57 takes, was just like, we got it.
Yeah, we got it. And just as you think it's going to get him, Wendy comes in, slaps that thing. It just hits the ground, and instead of walking over to it and fucking stepping on it, she just proceeds to have a conversation with Joe.
This is what I'm talking about when there's like no urgency, there's no energy. Whatever backhand or kick that she does
Dude,
would
when-
just fucking wreck that thing.
When
That thing
she
would be
gets
dead.
up and she leaps and roundhouses that thing
Yeah.
would have exploded.
Absolutely.
She is a synth kicking that thing.
And let's say that it didn't explode. Okay, there's no reason why she just didn't walk over there and step on that little fucker.
yeah.
It's so fucking dumb.
And then that's when Adam shows up, and you find out, oh no, he's a synth. Even though we fucking know he's a synth from that scene earlier in the show when he catches that ball like
Yeah,
lightning.
everyone's like,
It's
oh my gosh,
that's not a-
it's
that's not a
confirmed he's a
surprise.
synth. And it's like, they already basically showed that he was.
Yeah, how did you not know that?
Yeah, and why wouldn't Boy have his right-hand man be like a strong motherfucker? Like,
Yeah.
of course he's gonna be a synth.
Yeah, knocks her ass down, but she gets right up and then Jedi's his ass into submission
Yeah, she's able to force stop him in his tracks.
because he's
And that-
on the network.
Bullshit.
She literally is God at this point.
Yes. So little eyeball alien goes down a drain, escapes, of course. Joe and Wendy go off to find everyone else, but now we finally get the hotly anticipated Morrow versus Kirsch that we've been waiting for.
It is cool for 10 seconds.
For about 10 seconds, it's the best moment of probably the last few episodes. So Kirsch gets his back broken.
Slightly and Smee come
Right.
in and they
Tie up Kirsch, they tie up Morrow.
Then we have this bullshit sequence where Boy is running around like a fucking idiot wearing a Kevlar vest and he's trying to get to like an airship or something to get him out of there. The alien's on the ceiling and it comes down to kill him. And then guess who stops it? Fucking Wendy and her Neo powers. She sicks the alien on the security force that's in back of him.
Yeah, they're expendable.
Yeah, exactly. Then the alien just kind of goes off. And then Joe actually, like his left nut kind of
Just
drops
one peeks
slightly.
out.
Yeah.
And he lays Boy out, which probably wouldn't be too hard. I mean, a child could probably lay him out.
And then after that scene, we get into the laboratory where Joe's security buddies are trying to secure it.
Our Timu Hicks tells everyone to stay frosty.
Oh, I almost lost my fucking mind when he said
And
that line.
the chick with the hair,
Rihanna.
the red hair,
Yeah.
she decides to not be frosty at all.
We get our first bit of what the plant
Yes, the
alien
plant
is
alien
able
that
to do.
everybody's been so excited about. Little drip drip. She slowly looks up, sees it, and then
slowly
looks
looks forward.
down, looks at her friends like, ooh. And not once does it cross her mind to fucking jump out of the way the
As-
second she...
As soon as that drip happened, you'd be like, what the fuck? And you'd move.
Yeah.
But she just like... The plant
Doesn't.
thing was a massive letdown. All it basically is a barnacle from Half-Life.
We come back to Eyeball Squid has somehow made his way all the way from wherever that facility was down to the beach and finds Arthur's corpse, climbs inside and Arthur just sits up. Okay, I guess death does not come with its limitations anymore.
And I already know what people are going to say. Oh, when Squid Eyeball gets into people or an animal, whatever, he's killing whatever he gets into and then starts controlling
Maybe.
it. But like, as you pointed out, when he gets into the sheep, he still has to eat as the sheep because he has to sustain the body that he's in.
Right, the body still needs to operate.
So let's just say that there is like, when he gets in, like he does kill the host that he's in, it's fresh. You know,
Right,
the body
right.
is still
Yeah.
fresh.
And you could say he's killing it in the sense of removing that host's faculties completely,
Correct. Yeah, I
right?
was
But the
just gonna
body
say
still
that.
has to operate like it's
Yes.
alive. So whatever that squid's doing, it's keeping the body alive.
Right.
Arthur's been dead for
like a day?
who knows how
Yeah.
long. This isn't fucking Walking Dead.
And how did Squid fucking Eyeball find him?
Yeah.
How did he find him?
That was lucky.
It's like everyone out there in the jungle is lucky. Like the Squid Eye found him. They just found the chest burster, netted it like out of nowhere. Whenever they need to find something, they just do.
So they all get locked up in the cell, and we got the hybrids on the outside now. They've got their Xeno up on the cage with little bro on
Little
his
baby
arm there,
Xeno.
little baby Xeno.
Everyone makes the joke that, oh, she has like a pet alien.
It literally
she
is her pet.
literally has a pet alien.
Yeah,
That's
she's
what
got
it
a pet
is.
alien. She's got her Neo powers, and she's got everybody locked up in a cage.
And she ends by saying,
Now we rule.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is the end. We get no payoff with so many threads.
There is literally no payoff to anything. This episode, this whole season went nowhere. It all just leads to a shitty cliffhanger
Yes.
that they hope leads into a second season.
A very open-ended cliffhanger.
This didn't feel like a season finale. This could have just been like the penultimate episode.
Yeah.
Well, now it's all over
But now
and
the
done with.
season is over. It is time to
We're gonna rank this fucker.
officially rank the show on both of our scales. And to those who are new to the channel, who came aboard during the Alien Earth run, we've got two separate scales
Right.
for ranking things. Our first,
It's just the show as a whole or the movie as a whole.
yeah, and our second focuses a little more on the messaging side of things. So we'll get to that.
Yes.
We'll get to that. But on the normal scale, where did you come down? I know,
Fuck this show. I already knew what I was going to give this, probably episode 7, but I landed on a 3 out of 10. It is absolutely remarkable how bad they dropped the ball. As soon as the show turned, and I think it turned at the end of episode 3, and then certainly episode 4 at the end when she's talking and petting the alien, done. Then we got episode 5, which was the fucking crew of the Maginot. The dumb fuckery
yes.
never stopped
Yes.
after that.
After that, it was like, whoa.
Literally
Yeah.
every single episode became the worst episode after that episode.
Right until the end. I was thinking about it. I was going to go 4 out of 10 because I was going to be generous to some of the stuff that started in the beginning of the show. But you know what? I think I'm going to settle on a 3.5. Coming down just a little bit. So we're very close on that for the same reasons that you already went over.
In terms of the positives that I can give the show, it's like what we've been saying this whole time. It's shot well. It's really more just down to like the camera and lens package that they picked, you know?
The aesthetic is...
Yeah, because like if you actually look at the way the shots are and like the energy of the show, it's not there. It's actually pretty fucking basic. If you look at Alien Resurrection, which is an absolute low point of this series, the camera work in that movie is highly kinetic. It's thought out. It's complicated. You can tell that there was like a plan there. This just feels like they just shot coverage and they cut it together later on.
Yeah.
Visuals and production design. That's pretty much it. Everything else about this show is fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
The acting is atrocious. The characters are atrocious. The only two actors that are good are Timothy Olyphant and the guy that plays Morrow. That's it. I mean, honestly though, like it is crazy how bad it just progressively got.
Yeah.
It's like they were trying to outdo themselves.
Yes, that's what it felt like.
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations, guys.
You did it.
Yes, thank you.
Now, on our other scale, our rainbow scale. Now, I mean, yeah, obviously there are things throughout.
There are no men in the show.
No hero men characters.
The only one that's masculine is Morrow, and of course he can be masculine because he's the villain, so he can display his toxic masculinity,
Right.
basically.
Right, but like you look at Boy, you look at Joe,
Oh God,
even Oliphant a little bit, just the way they're portrayed.
they're all slightly.
Bunch of slack-jawed f***s around here.
Got that underlying. the whole thing. And then we didn't really touch on this because it wasn't our focus for a lot of it. The whole kids going into adult bodies and the whole transitioning side of things. Like we kind of steered clear of a lot of that stuff for this.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's little hints of that shit underlying here and there. Once Wendy understands her true inner power, she goes full Mary Sue in the last episode.
Yeah, it's the Captain Marvel arc.
Yeah,
where
she goes full Captain Marvel.
She was just brilliant and powerful all along. She just needed to figure that out herself.
Been through this before with Disney.
I can speak for myself.
Yeah, but in terms of like outright progressive messaging in this show,
yeah,
people will probably disagree with us about this.
Yeah.
But it's still just not in your face the way a lot of other properties have been in your face.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not like how fucking Star Wars is, where that's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, there's stuff there, but it wasn't really hitting us the way it normally does when we look for this stuff.
The whole lack of male heroism, that to me, that's like, fuck this, done. That's like an automatic 2.5 for me.
Yeah.
And then you have the inclusion of Wendy turning into Neo and shit. That just like brings it to a 3 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, I think that's probably where I'd settle to.
You can just tell that weak men constructed this story.
Right.
It was written by beta males.
Yeah.
This show is absolute fucking balls, but it is so painful and disheartening to go on to Rotten Tomatoes and see that 94% critic score. What the fuck? That just says everything you need to know about modern day film critics.
Yeah.
This show borderlines into, okay, yeah, it's shitty, but like, I still liked it. It's a guilty pleasure at best.
Sure, yeah.
This show is objectively shit.
Yeah.
The people that enjoy this show, it is absolute fucking painful cope. That's all it is.
So hard.
Some people just like shitty movies and shitty TV shows.
Yeah, some people like Alien Earth.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now, being that this is the end of Alien Earth for now, we did have a few other things in mind going forward because the Alien franchise is just something that we haven't really hit on too much on this channel.
But obviously you guys seem to be pretty interested in that, and the Alien franchise is a franchise that you and I are both huge fans of.
Yeah.
Even though there's pretty much only 2 good movies in the whole franchise.
2.5. Yeah, so we're probably going to go back and review most of these movies, if not all of them.
Yeah, probably all of them.
Yeah, and we'll probably start at the beginning in terms of the timeline. So
right. We're
probably going to start with Prometheus. So we'll be doing a review on that. Follow it up with Alien Covenant.
Let us know if that's a good idea. If there's any other reviews.
Yeah, if you want to see us do that, we'd love to. We always have things to say about those movies. And they came out well before we started the channel, so would love to sit down and actually have a on-the-record chat.
Reviewing this show was an absolute pain in the ass.
Yeah, but it was kind of fun.
It was a lot of fun. And like, I'm just glad that we found a lot of you guys. Like this has just been great, and it's been really cool seeing you guys engage in the comments. We've just been having a lot of fun.
Usually we try to like respond to as many as possible, but we just got overloaded with so many comments that
we didn't get to all of them, so sorry.
Yeah,
but we do
we're gonna
try
to go back and get to more, as this dies down.
Yeah.
But you guys interacting is the best part of this.
Yeah, it really is great. And that's what made it really fun.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for going on the ride with us.
Yes, it was very fun.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.